Yo, what up guys, and welcome back towards this new update video here on the channel. On today's update video, I will be talking about Bitcoin and its volatility that it created yesterday. And of course, I will be talking about this $42,000 barrier that so far provided a rejection on the market. And I will be talking about a major catalyst that could be potentially start and kick off this bull run in 2022 right now. So without any further ado guys, smashing up those like buttons will be highly appreciated. Yesterday, once again, we reached 500 likes. It will be highly appreciated if we could reach it again. Since YouTube has been extremely hard to beat in terms of its algorithm, it will be of course mean the world to me if you could just take a few seconds of your time and smash up that like button. But with that being said guys, let's jump right away in towards the content and let's go over the Bitcoin price section. So what we can currently see is pretty interesting of course. Yesterday on my Twitter and on my Telegram page, I've been warning you guys about this very interesting level, and there were two potential scenarios what Bitcoin could have been doing yesterday: either a breakthrough or either a rejection move down towards our previous support range and then move up again. So what you can clearly see, we have seen what played out here. Bitcoin came down here and of course retested its lows, and right now it's starting to be moving up again. 4-hourly time frame is still trading in an uptrend. Do remember that we of course took out these previous highs. You can clearly see we formed a lower high towards a lower high towards a lower high, and right now we are forming a higher high. So what is this? This is an uptrend, and in uptrend you're always going to look for higher lows. So like you can see, we form a low in the market, and higher low, and higher low, and what we're currently aiming for is once again a higher high and a higher low. And then we're continuously going to look for these higher lows and higher highs, and as soon as we stop putting in higher highs, or as soon as we stop putting in higher lows, we're going to look for a trend reversal, of course, right? So right now we are in a bullish trend on the 4-hourly time frame, so I should definitely also suggest to you guys out there, likewise, be a little bit more bullish on the market right now, because it will be probably help a lot in your analysis from of this point here. On the 4-hourly time frame as well, we can see some RSI development. Not really interesting information to discuss there. Yeah, we have seen some potential hidden bullish divergence getting formed, especially on the 1-hour time frame yesterday. We of course formed this hidden bullish divergence from here on. Higher low in the price section, clear lower low in the RSI. That resulted in a significant movement towards the upside again. So that was pretty interesting to see actually, and right now we are pretty neutral on the RSI. Of course, if we're going to come up again for the 1-hour time frame, we are probably going to have some kind of difficulties, because we are going to see a lot of potential bearish divergence. But personally, I do think as soon as Bitcoin is going to start to be moving, it's going to once again move in these exponential waves like it did last time around here. And then let me right away talk about this 12-hour time frame before really going in towards that catalyst. What I do think that right now could be potentially send Bitcoin towards the moon here. Of course, we do know 12-hour time frame has basically showed us once again a bullish divergence, and of course played out this bullish divergence on the 12-hour time frame. And the last 3 times that this happened, Bitcoin moved up at least 30%, so we are expecting similar movements towards the upside. I've been talking about this every single day, so I will be not going in depth about it, but I personally am at least expecting a bounce of 30% from up this bullish divergence. And also one last thing I want to be saying here, I want to be seeing Bitcoin breaking above that 42.3k barrier. As soon as we do get a 4-hourly close above the 42.4k, I think you could be opening a massive long position, because that's basically in confirmation for an even further continuation towards higher targets for this market. So yeah, we'll be definitely keep you guys posted on my Telegram group, on my YouTube channel, and on my Twitter page here. So make sure to follow me on all my socials to stay up to date about all these important information I share with you guys out there. Then of course it's very likely to assume that if we're looking back towards Bitcoin's trend here, that we are bouncing from the lower side and that we're bouncing from the higher side. So since we right now have been bouncing from that lower range here, we are definitely assuming we're going to once again come up towards levels around the $48,000, because in terms of the trend we're currently trading in, it would make a lot of sense here. Also looking at the daily RSI, we have been confirming for sure right now this hidden daily bullish divergence, where the RSI has been forming a lower low and where the price action is forming a higher low. Since we right now confirmed a few daily candles here towards the upside, I will be right now approach it like a confirmation of this hidden daily bullish divergence. Of course, if you don't know how that looked like, if the price action is forming a higher low and the RSI is forming a lower low, it basically gives you an indication of strength in a market. And right now we're seeing such kind of an indication play out, what is definitely a very bullish signal for the market out there. Then right now, I want to be talking about something very interesting and very important for you guys out there on the channel. We all know this chart. I've been discussing this chart a few times here, but this is not the chart that will be discussed here. But just do know that we are basically on the edge of a potential bull run in 2022, since the dollar index is trading on that red box region again here. And right now, look at this chart, and let me remove the drawings. And let me start talking about the DXY on the daily time frame. So this chart is of course on the weekly time frame, and this time frame is the daily time frame. So this is a little bit of an imminent short-term time frame. I mean, I think still the daily is a very relevant time frame to look at, but just do know the development on the DXY. It has been absolutely go exponential, but like every market moves up, it can also come down, and the faster it moves up here, the faster it's going to come down as well here. So why do I think the bull market may be starting, or may have already started 2 days ago? If we're going to look at the if we're going to look at the RSI here on the DXY chart, we can see that the DXY is currently forming a higher high and the RSI forming a clear lower high. And do also note, guys, I've said this several times before, that this bearish divergence that we're currently seeing getting created here on the dollar index is getting created on an overbought territorium. And once the bearish divergence is getting occurred on an overbought territorium, it usually tends to react 10 times as strong. So right now, we created this bearish divergence on the daily time frame, already significant time frame. And besides that, it is also overbought, what will be probably have and result in an even stronger correction across this dollar index and an even stronger trend reversal signal. So I am actually pretty bullish if we are going to talk about the dollar index right now. Of course, do also note that we went absolutely exponential, and these exponential run-ups, yeah, can go very quickly towards the upside, but as soon as we do break these trends, it can start to come down very quickly again. So that is very important to know. Dollar index getting rejected. I do think that this is a potential region where the dollar index could start to fall from. And of course, also do know that if we're going to look at the weekly time frame, it does make a lot of sense to see a correction anytime soon getting started, since if we're going to look back at all the previous rejections that the dollar index had got created on that weekly time frame, you can see it was around that red box. And if we do also know when did every single Bitcoin bull market basically started, it has been always once the dollar index was trading on that red box. There has never been a bull run getting started while the Bitcoin or the dollar index has not traded around that red box. So this is an extremely big signal for Bitcoin. This is an extremely big buy signal for Bitcoin. I am incredibly bullish right now on the Bitcoin price action, especially after seeing this chart occur. And of course, there are many more reasons why I'm bullish, and we'll be going over that in a moment from now on. As well, weekly time frame for Bitcoin has been actually a very interesting time frame. You can see a beautiful bounce once again getting created from that lower side of support. It has been a very obvious line of support where you could have had a lot of opportunities to be buying from. And of course, if we're right now going to go up here, it is going to be very obvious in hindsight level to always accumulate your Bitcoins from up, right? So it's going to be a very interesting one here. The 38k provided very, very good support on Bitcoin, and right away the market is starting to be moving up again. But more importantly, I mean, first of all, yeah, do also know on the RSI, I mean, I've discussed it several times before. Bitcoin also on the weekly time frame created this lower low on the RSI and of course a higher low on the price section. So we were also creating a hidden bullish divergence on the Bitcoin weekly chart. But right now I want to be going over something actually very interesting, and that is on the monthly time frame. You maybe think the monthly time frame, that's a little bit odd here, but let me quickly enable the storage RSI, because if I'm enabling the storage RSI, and let me go towards a chart with a little bit more data on it, you can currently see something very interesting occur, right? We can clearly see that the price action on the monthly time frame has been clearly forming a higher low here, while the price action on, the moving averages here on the storage RSI has been forming lower lows, also indicating that we are in this lower side of the risk basically for Bitcoin. Just look also at the bear market low. We were also trading on that lower side of the storage RSI. The lower side of the storage RSI below the 20 on the band is basically already indicating a very low risk for accumulating your Bitcoins at. But more importantly, right now we're seeing that bullish divergence getting formed on the storage RSI on a monthly time frame on Bitcoin. And I mean, a monthly bullish divergence is not really a thing you do see every single day, so please do take this very seriously. Bitcoin can absolutely start to be blasting off towards the upside from here on, and this is for me a very bullish catalyst on the market. And then also talking about the funding rate. I mean, guys, Bitcoin came down yesterday a little bit here, probably because these people that are currently shorting the market do want to be exiting the market right now, because we can still see there's a lot of trapped liquidity, trapped short positions currently open on the market, and that's why the funding is still negative, even though Bitcoin is moving up like crazy. And talking about Bitcoin moving up like crazy, our trade has been performing perfectly. And of course, if you did join us with this trade, you're doing an absolutely amazing job, because we accumulated this trade all together on our channel, on our Telegram group, on a YouTube channel. I've been having this trade open right now for approximately a week here, and people have been laughing at me, but probably if we're going to look in the coming 3 months there, people will be, of course, back to also head open that position, of course. So it's probably going to be a very interesting position. It's only a 4x leverage position, so I took very low leverage because I want to do taking that, a little bit less riskier, because the market is very volatile, right? So 4x leverage with 125k initial investment. Let's see how far we can ride it, and it's absolutely amazing that I got you guys also in towards this trade. But if you are not in the trade right now, but if you are interested in trading, first of all, Bybit is currently offering you a $4,800 deposit bonus if you do use the link in the description right here. If you do not use the link at all, you will be only getting $400, so make sure to use my link in the description. Besides that, join my Telegram group to stay up to date about all the real-time updates on the market once we are seeing an important move getting created, or once we're expecting a major move to come here, of course. Or even once I open a new trade, of course. That's very important to follow. But right now, I will be once again discuss another interesting part of this video. And this next interesting part of the video is about the balance on exchanges for Bitcoin. And it is continuously keeps on nosediving. What you can see, Bitcoin balance on exchanges continuously keeps on nosediving. And you can clearly see this chart. We are seeing a rapid decreasement on the balance of Bitcoin on those exchanges. And you know what's a very interesting fact, what I also discussed in this tweet, and I do always think it's very odd, because these very good tweets that are very important to look at always get the least amount of likes and the least amount of impressions, but even these are the most important tweets to look at. But of course, let me talk about it. Note that 73.3% of all Bitcoin circulating supply that is off exchanges has not moved in 1+ year. So all the Bitcoin that's basically going off exchanges, so the Bitcoin balance of exchanges is decreasing, and that Bitcoin is going off an exchange, of course. And all that Bitcoin that is off an exchange is almost always going to become a long-term holder. Like you can see, 73.3% of all that supply became a long-term holder at least 1+ years. And for me, that is considered so bullish. And also look at how much outflows we're currently still getting created. While we do see 73.3% of all those wallets that are basically withdrawing their Bitcoin from an exchange becoming a long-term holder. And you can see right now above us that we're basically seeing a very high rate of people becoming a long-term holder, because there's so much Bitcoin going off exchanges. This is a huge signal for accumulation. I am not saying Bitcoin has to be moving and exploding today. No, I'm saying this to you guys out there to be awake here. Bitcoin is a long-term investment, and if you are going to be investing right now, you can be making a ton of money. And actually on this region, accumulating Bitcoin on below 50k, I don't think it's bad, actually. It sounds very silly, but we could be having just the next major rally towards the upside in the coming, let's say months getting started. And also, why I'm saying that is also look at this 1+ year old supply on the market. We've been trading on an all-time high here for quite a while right now. And look at this chart every single time. A next big market run up, a next big market peak is getting started. And let me zoom out a little bit more. We always do know that the long-term holders are at a peak, at an all-time high. And of course, in these new market peaks, we tend to see them drop because they are distributing, etc. But right now, they have been accumulating. Long-term holders have been accumulating. Short-term holders have been distributing. For me, it's very obvious where this market is heading towards in the coming next months ahead of ourselves, in the coming years especially ahead of ourselves. We are just so extremely bullish. The next recession that is going to become here in the world will be completely different. The next recession will be not that everything will become cheaper. No, in the next recession, everything will become more expensive. Why? Is because they're printing a crazy amount of money, and that is why you have to invest in assets that are actually scarce. And Bitcoin is a very good example for an scarce asset, and that is why I do invest in Bitcoin. So guys, this was it for today's update video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. I did enjoy making this video today a lot here actually. If you do like it, it will be actually highly appreciated if you do smash up that like button. I mean, it will be absolutely mean the world to me. But nevertheless, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you watch this video till the end, and I'll see you guys on the next one. If you do have anything for me to discuss on my next video, make sure to put it in the comments because I will be read through everything. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.